Welcome to a brand new show. Welcome to a brand new show. So spontaneous. Look at this. I am greeted today with my friend Sarah.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. So spontaneous. We're going to get into it.
Yes. So welcome to the new show That's Whack, So Spontaneous with my good friend Schorey. It's called So Spontaneous because we literally thought about doing this 2 hours ago. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, why not? Like, let's just have multiple shows within the show, just like all these other big podcasts do. So we can do it too. If they can do it, we can do it.
We're going to make it happen.
So this is So Spontaneous. We'll still obviously have That's Whack with Sim on Fridays or whatever works best for us. You know, she's doing a lot right now, so I don't want to busy her with this, but I still want to get some content out, you know? I've always anyways wanted to post more than just once a week. So now with this idea and with Sarah, we're now able to actually,
we're here. We're doing it
more. We got a lot to talk about. Today, not so much. We just jumped on here because we wanted to...
We're just going to see how it goes. See what happens.
Yeah, show the show. And hey, welcome. This is going to be a weekly thing. I am thinking it's going to come out probably on Thursdays. Mm-hmm. We'll probably get together on Wednesdays and record. And this is a new thing. So welcome to the That's Whack family. High five.
Woo! Glad to be here.
Literally doing this for... You're not getting paid.
Yeah, no.
You're not getting shit.
This is
just cause.
This is what it is. We're doing it for you guys.
But anyways, Sarah, what are your favorite topics? What are you excited to kind of deep dive? Where do you want this show to go? Because honestly, I got this. What are you wanting to do?
I feel like it just needs to be exactly what the title is. Spontaneous. It's going to be us talking about random, whatever's going on with us that week or what we feel is relevant at the time,
Oh, yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Well, to kind of get into it, if we want to start the show with something crazy, the other day I had went to the bank and the bank. I was going because I was trying to deposit money into my account so that I could pay my car payment. And I'm sitting up there. And so, mind you, the bank that I bank at, there's not a lot of, physical banks around, but they do shared banking with other banks. Okay. So I'm able to, go to a different bank and deposit my shit into my account. But it does typically take longer. Mm-hmm. Because it's not my bank.
So it's like a sister bank?
Yeah, so I have to sit there, wait a little bit longer. Well, anyways, I pull up to this bank, I start depositing this money, and I am visibly, I know the lady behind me can't see me, but I have my head and my arms on the window ledge of my car, and I'm sitting there waiting for my shit to finish. There's nothing I can do. I'm waiting for a machine. Ooh.
You're just waiting. You're just waiting for the money to get deposited so you can drive off and do the rest of your day.
Yes. Then this bitch decides that she's gonna honk at me and try to rush me along as if it's my fault that this fucking machine is taking so long.
No.
And honestly, I had just gotten off of work. I hadn't been home yet. I had a stressful day. I was not putting up with it. And I turned out and I literally told this bitch, I was I don't know why you're rushing me, but I'm waiting for the fucking machine. So if you want to wait 2 fucking seconds, because I can't control how fast this fucking machine works, you can wait, you fucking bitch.
I would have sat there and done 8 separate transactions just to piss her off.
So then she starts yelling at me, and I'm I don't care how I talk to you. I am not the one today. So I go off on this bitch, and we're fighting. And she literally gets out of the car and takes her shoes off, and she's get out of the car, get out of the car. And I'm Bitch, I'm not gonna fucking hit you. Like,
was she old? Like, what was the vibe?
Like 40, like late 30s. Like, I don't know.
It was a Karen.
She was psycho. And then, so I was like, bitch, I'm not gonna do anything. Like, shut the fuck up. Get back in your car. You're a dumb hoe, pretty much.
Wait to deposit your $2 into your bank account that's overdrawn by $50.
Yeah, well, so then my shit is done. I pull out my card, I pull out all my shit, and I'm sitting there, and I take the longest time to read my receipt. I, like, take forever to put my fucking card away. I take forever to put my shit back away. I think I sat there for, like, a good 2 minutes in front of this fucking ATM, just slowly putting my shit away just to be fucking spiteful. Like, I was not the one. Don't fuck with me when I just got off of work. Like, I got time. And I had time that day. Like, don't fuck with me. But fuck that bitch. And I hope she had a fucking flat tire on the way home. And I hope she got a bad fucking haircut the next day. I hope she looks stupid with bangs.
Got them curtain bangs everybody's been talking about.
So do I, though. No.
I have really these tiny hairs. I have these little tiny swoopy hairs that I pull out, like my baby hairs.
Okay, so for the longest time, and I mean, it started in high school. So, like, 6 years ago, you know, like, this was it. And everyone was doing it. Everybody was, like, squaring off their hairline. And I remember so that. I started doing it. And because, like, not that
it was just in.
Well, and I mean, I have a good hairline as it is, but it's just not straight. So I wanted it to be straight because I have cowlicks everywhere, you know? So it was just like, okay, like, do this for me. And the lady did, and it looked good. But now I'm at a point where I'm, like, growing out my hair. So now I have these little baby hairs that are like, ooh, they've gotten long. Holy shit, do you see this? They are long. It's been a while since I cut them. Okay, that's not a baby hair. These ones. So that's how long. So, like, my little baby hairs right now currently go to, like, my eyebrows. And, like, they're weird length. As where if I take one of my regular hairs, it goes down to, like, my mouth. So now I got these weird tiny hairs that just, like, stick up and, like, are out of the way, and they look stupid as fuck.
What was the plan when you were trying to grow out your hair? What were you gonna do? What was your thoughts? You didn't know? You were just trying to grow it.
I was gonna keep shaving them. I'm like, I don't know. I was just gonna keep the hairline because it was a part of the hairline. You know, like, it wasn't the long hair that was growing out. But now I've decided to just grow it all out. And I'm just going to have these baby hairs forever because I'm not going to, like, cut my long hair to the length of these baby hairs.
Everybody has baby hairs. Everybody's hair, they have something they don't like, even if they don't tell you that. Like, everybody has things that they wish they did differently with their hair.
Oh, my God.
Like, I just got my hair grown out in high school. Fun fact. So, in high school, remember when straight hair was the style? Yeah. Everyone would straighten their hair. I would wake up at like 5:45 in the morning, bless my soul, to get to school at like 7. I would straighten my hair wet. I repeat, I would straighten it wet. And obviously now that I'm grown and I know better, but what had happened is basically my hair started dying from the bottom up. So remember when the ombre was in, when you would go from like brown to blonde?
Yeah.
That's what my hair looked like, and I had no dye. I didn't do anything to it. I literally just fried my hair until it looked to that point. I had to cut 6 inches of my hair off up to my shoulders, and ever since then, I've had, like, PTSD about cutting my hair.
Yeah. That honestly is terrifying.
No, I'm like, what was I doing, and why did anyone tell me to stop?
Dude, because we're kids, and, like, honestly, if anyone would have told you to stop, you would have been like, fuck you, bitch. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
I would have done it more. Literally no heat protectant. Like, I was just frying my hair off for like a year and a half.
I actually just saw this TikTok. I'm going to have to learn how to do this whole video thing a little better here so we can start, like, pulling up videos and stuff like that.
Cut it in.
yeah, I don't know. We're going to get there. But I'd seen this TikTok and it was this like girl and she's getting ready for court. And she's like, me getting ready for court this morning. And it's her like wet ass hair. And she's just like straightening it. And it's all...
The steam is just coming off.
That's exactly what it was. And everybody in the comment was like, oh, you can tell you're the defendant. And I'm like, ooh. Yeah, no doubt that her hair looked crusty. And I mean, I know it was just for the bit. I hope it was for the bit because that bitch's hair needed help. It needed help. So, one thing I want to get your opinion because obviously this is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what we're going to do is each week we're going to have like a Sarah segment.
Okay.
Because Sarah doesn't really like get involved or she doesn't really pay attention, I feel like, to like internet YouTube drama.
I'm not up to date. You're correct.
Yeah.
I'm not up to date on what's going on until you update me and you're like, have you seen this? And I say no. And then Cody forces me to watch like 30 plus minutes of YouTube videos.
Yeah. Like I am the one that like keeps her.
Yes. You are my news source.
So what I think we'll do, like, obviously not for this episode because this is this is not planned. Like not
No,
planned.
it's spontaneous. We're just seeing, what the vibe is.
Next episode will be planned and we'll have some segments, we'll have some games, we'll have some questions, we'll have some topics. It'll be good. You'll definitely want to stick around for next week. But what I am thinking we could do is kind of have it where I'll tell you like 3 things,
Okay.
1 to 3, like depending on how like next week goes. 3 topics that are happening this week that you have to look up and you have to explain on the show. Like I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it first. I'm not going to give my opinion and then ask for yours. You're going to be the one that is the sole provider of giving this information to our viewers.
Okay.
And so, good luck, Miss Thing. Challenge accepted.
Mm-hmm. The challenge was extended and it was accepted. So we'll be back next week and I will be bringing to you some news.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. This week, though, I mean, what are we getting into this week? Because we're not even 15 minutes into this. Like we got to give them a little for the first episode, for a little some. What's on your mind? What happened this week, Sarah? What really grinded your gears this week?
I've been working really hard this week. I'm the only one in my department right now.
Can we actually talk about that for a second?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to shame you.
Cody's going to shame me for having an adult job with benefits because, yes, I did used to make more at the restaurant, but he wants me to quit and start working at the restaurant again, which I'm very up in the air about.
Well, that's what I think she should do because, like... she's working so much more and now doesn't have any of this free time that she used to have and she's making like half of what she used to make.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like has half of her availability and freedom that she used to have is on top of that. And I mean now like we work full-time anyways and honestly there are so many restaurants that like offer benefits now.
Do you get benefits?
I could. I chose not to because I still get my parents like insurance and stuff like that. I'm not 25 yet.
Yeah.
So that's why I opted out of it. But yeah, I can like opt into benefits at my job. And then I know that's what you could do at Outback. And I know that's what you could do at Haymaker where I worked. Olive Garden had that option. Everywhere's got it now. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this bitch, she breaks even every single month.
I'm very paycheck to paycheck. I mean, obviously I have money like in a savings or whatever. If I want to splurge, I want to go out one night. I have, I can use some of that money, but I shouldn't. And I get that's what you're saying. I should have like enough to cover all that. Especially
if you're working on a stricter and a way more than what you used to work.
I work 10 to 4. Monday through Friday.
Yeah. Like, and you're stuck on that, and you have to have like 2 weeks in advance to like get a day off, and you can't just like switch your schedule up, and you can't just like take a random day off or get something covered, or let's say you do want an extra $200 for something. You can't pick up like one shift, make 200 and then be good.
It's less flexible for sure. For sure less flexible.
Oh yeah. And I just think you're ready. Like, you know, you did it. You got the experience that you wanted. And now you can say, like, you have the experience. And now it's time to just go back.
That's true. My year is coming up. I'll be a year. What's today? I'll be working there for a year in 3 days.
That's what I'm saying. So, boom. It's time to start applying. Ooh, dude. Cheesecake Factory actually just...
I love the Cheesecake Factory.
And it's a good place. I know people that make good money there. They actually just messaged me about going in for an interview. But obviously, I'm happy where I'm at currently. So there was no need, so I ignored it. But you should try applying.
Their menu scares me a little bit. If you've been to Cheesecake Factory, you know how the menu is. It's a lot of stuff going on to memorize. And I know I could do it, but it's just a lot.
It's a lot, but I can tell you right now, even like no one expects you to remember the whole entire menu. Like, even if you have like a normal menu, like they still don't expect you to remember everything. I can guarantee you right now, like cheesecake, they do not expect you to remember that entire fucking booklet of food options that they have. Like, kind of, when I was at Haymaker, they have over 150 different types of whiskeys there.
Wow.
And it's not like we had to learn all of them. We were just like, yeah, we have a whole fucking bunch. Like, here's our list. Like, you're going to have to go through that list and, like, find it and tell me, because I cannot remember 150 different types of whiskeys. And there's no way you can remember, like, 37 pages of food options.
The cheesecakes alone are, like, 5 pages.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's maybe, like, they may be like, okay, I want you to remember the cheesecakes we have, because, like, the cheesecake's really important, and the appetizers. But, like, all this, like, there may be key things that you'll have to remember. But damn, they're not going to, like, force you to remember a whole entire ass menu. That's fucking silly. Do it, girl. Send out those applications. ZipRecruiter, sponsor us, please. This bitch gonna go use ZipRecruiter. That's how I found my job, ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter!
Sponsor us.
They don't need that shit.
Everybody
uses ZipRecruiter.
But we need them.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that's exactly how I found, like, all my jobs is ZipRecruiter. Because I
used Indeed, but it didn't really do much for me.
What do you mean?
Like, I sent stuff in and I just would never hear back, which I don't know if that's like for me, like my resume, maybe I need to update it or whatever, but I just would send stuff out and then never get anything back.
See, I always use ZipRecruiter, and I liked it because they have the, like, one tap apply.
See, I've never used ZipRecruiter. I don't even know what their website looks like.
It's so nice. So you, like, upload your resume and you fill out, like, a couple questions. And then you go through and they have this, like, one tap apply. And you literally just click it. And then they send your application, your, like, resume to them.
So you don't have to type anything in? You don't have to do anything?
Nope.
See, Indeed, you had to type up, like, a little cover page. You had to, like, answer a bunch of questions, take a little quiz. And it was a whole thing. That's too much. That's too much for me. And that's why I hate applying for jobs and getting new jobs, is because I don't want to spend 45 minutes filling out fucking information that I already have filled out on my resume. Like, I'm sorry. It's very strange that they complain about lousy employees or, like, lazy employees when literally are, like, the management is too fucking lazy to look at an actual resume that's attached to the fucking, like, application, but instead would rather just look at the actual application and stuff itself instead of clicking a goddamn link and, like, seeing the resume. I don't understand that. They're just lazy. They're getting paid their salary, they're doing their thing. But yeah, I don't know. If you were a manager, would you read the whole thing? Probably not.
No, but I would also be like, if I was a manager, like, just show me the resume.
I would only read the resume.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why the fuck are we filling out all this extra bullshit in the application if I could just be like, here's my resume with everything you need to know? I'd just be like, thanks, that's all I want. Like, let me throw the rest of this shit in the goddamn trash.
It's like, if you like me, then you can ask the follow-up questions. If you read the resume, you like what you're seeing, then ask, a couple questions.
Ding, 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 ding. I need to get a bell. We should get a bell for this show.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Like a buzzer or a bell? Like something that would like, or it's like,
no, I want like a hotel, like the hotel receptionist bell. Like just ding, 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 ding.
When there's nobody up front and you're like ding for service, that type of bell? Okay.
Exactly. That's what I want. 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 You want to know what I want to talk about currently? Is that the fact that why can you go to some restaurants and get a small ass little rinky dinky drink that literally doesn't get you anything? You don't feel any source of like alcohol.
Right.
For like $10.
Yeah, drinks are outrageous now. $10, $12 for juice.
For like a drink, like a personal drink. However, me and Sarah just got back from lunch at Ariba's.
Arriba! Sorry.
We just went to Ariba's for lunch and we got a frozen peach margarita for $2. It was literally probably the size of my fucking computer.
It was huge.
It was huge. And it was $12.
It was at least 32 ounces. At least. It was probably double that, but it was at least that big.
It was big enough for us to get it right when we sat down. And we pretty much continuously chugged this thing, ate our food, and then had to sit and still finish the fucking margarita. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty good.
I feel good.
I feel good.
Little buzz going on.
My
for $12. So split, that's $6 a piece, and we're buzzed.
$6 a piece for probably like if we were getting personal drinks out at like some nice place downtown where we usually go, we probably would have had to have 3 drinks.
Yeah, we'd be 3 drinks
the amount, and it probably would have been like $30 each. So I'm just gonna say this: fuck you, expensive ass places. Because why? Why? Alcohol is alcohol. The only thing I will say, and the only thing I will be like snooty about, is tequila. Because I need good tequila or else I'm not fucking taking it. And I'm not even saying good tequila.
Like in a shot, you mean?
Yeah. I'm not like no bougie bitch, but like the lowest.
We're not doing well.
Yeah, the lowest I'll go is 1800. Because I respect myself. That's why.
And trying to do a shot of after you've been drinking, like I'm not trying to throw up everything I just drank because the shot is not where it should be.
That's a really big thing. There's this one bar that we go to downtown, and so honestly, we'll usually go out and just get rum and cokes, like rum and cokes, or like vodka Red Bulls, just the typical bullshit drinks. But one of these bars that we go to, their rum is so fucking disgusting. It is so nasty. It's, I don't know.
It's vanilla flavored, but like the most nasty vanilla flavor you've ever tasted in your life.
But I also don't know if it actually is vanilla flavored. Like, I don't know if this is just some weird ass rum and it just happens to be like weirdly vanilla flavored. Or it's like, I don't fucking know.
It just seems like some off-brand, like gross, weird ass flavored. It just kills your drink. That's what we're trying to say. It kills whatever drink you're trying to get. So when we go to that bar, we splurge a little bit. We're not getting well.
Then we're not gonna do well, or we have to do vodka Red Bulls there because that it's gross. Like I
think that place is the reason that I started ordering vodka Red Bulls. Like we used to get rum and cokes everywhere we went. We go to like 3 or 4 different places regularly. And ever since then I feel like all I order now is vodka Red Bull because the rum is just so bad.
Yes. Well, and like another big thing would be a lot of times we'd go up there and I'd be like, I want a rum and Coke. And then you'd be like, I just want the same thing. Mm-hmm. But then, honestly, I had started making some pretty decent money at work. And I was like, I want Crown Apple and Coke. And those drinks are like $3-4 more than just a regular rum and Coke. And then you were like, I want vodka Red Bull.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a big apple person. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like apple flavored, candies, whatever it is.
The Crown Peach with Sprite. Mm-hmm. Now, bitch, let me tell you, if you want an actual alcoholic drink that tastes like candy,
that's it.
Crown Peach and Sprite taste just like a peach ring. You heard it here first. Hear my words.
We hear you.
Hear me roar. Meow. Okay. All right. Next topic here. You want to talk about how when this Gabby Petito case happened, how Sarah literally was a cold-hearted bitch.
No, let me tell it.
Fuck about her. I was like, what the fuck?
No. I, first of all, had no idea what was going on. You know how TikTok is, where like random videos just pop up all the time. I was like, why is everyone talking about this bitch? I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. So I Snapchat Cody just in our like fun, joking around way. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Cody responds with the longest video I've ever seen about how I'm a piece of shit and how I need to know what's going on in the world. And it's sad. I'm not gonna lie. Once I found out what happened, I'm like, okay, I get it. But also, my thing is like, why this person? But let's flash back to before anything was found, like back to when she was just missing. My thing is like, so many people are missing all the time. You know how many people are probably missing right now, reported missing, and we don't care about them? I was like, why is everyone caring about this girl? And then obviously all the new stuff came to light, and I'm on board now. But that was my thing.
Well, and honestly, too, you're not the only one that's had that opinion as well. That's a very big thing, is like, why is it just this one girl that's getting big when there are so many people that go missing all the time? But let me tell you, but I'm gonna retract the but. I feel that it fucking sucks. Mm-hmm. I agree. It's just that this girl happened to be a social media influencer herself and had a following, and so when someone with a following just kind of fucking disappears, like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're not posting anymore. You're like, what's going on?
Plus, I can tell you too, with just like everything going on with this case and with like Brian Laundrie like returning with her fan and then going into like hiding and then like now running away, and
that's suspicious.
Well, all of it is just is perfect. Mm-hmm. It makes for the perfect story. It makes for the perfect like YouTube video. It makes for the perfect story time. It makes for all of this perfect content for everyone to like go and post about, i.e. us. Look at us sitting we're talking about it now. It makes good content. So of course people are going to talk about it, and that's also another reason, and another big reason as to why, another reason, and another big reason, and another one, and another one, and another one. But back to my original track, because I just went off there. Mm-hmm. Anywho, it
kept growing because it's relevant. Everyone was talking about it because it was relevant.
Everybody wants their opinion about it. Everybody wants to be heard, and everybody wants to do something about it, and everyone also feels really strongly about it. Mm-hmm. I just saw a TikTok today about like the neighbors of like Brian Laundrie's parents. They went and like staked in a poster of like Gabby, and on the back it was like, oh, hey, do you remember me, Gabby Potato? I used to like live with you, like pointing at
oh my
parents.
God.
Like, it was I'm like, damn. And they even said, they're like, oh yeah, we live right down the street, we're neighbors. It's crazy.
Would you do that though?
Fuck yeah,
I would too. I would put a sign in my yard.
If I was a neighbor to these fucking people, it would be my daily mission to make their life a living hell. I would wake up every day with a list of like to-do list of just things. I'd be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do today to like fucking fuck up their life legally and not get in trouble. Like, what can I do? I'm going to stand there and fucking like scream with a fucking blowhorn. I'm going to fucking, I don't know, put up posters and signs around their house that like are legally allowed to be there. I'm just going to do everything in my power to like make them literally regret the decision to ever birth that child of theirs.
Yeah, or let it go that far. I'm like, what did you do? It's interesting. I like true crime stuff. It's interesting to me how, like, what happens to the person that they become like a sociopath, or, you know what I mean?
Like a full-on fucking homicidal killer?
Yes. I'm like, what happened to you in your life? Like, what went on? Not that I care about that person, but it's just interesting to me, like, the process at which that develops. You know what I mean?
Well, and you know what's even crazy, too, is that when shit like that does develop and, like, I don't know, and, like, they have, like, a good life. They have, like, parents that love them. They grew up with everything. It's like, well, what the fuck? Because typically you kind of know, like, this, like, stereotypical lifestyle is, like, they were mistreated when they were younger. They
had a bad childhood, basically.
Like, a bad childhood kind of led them into that direction, and that's usually the narrative. Where, like, the way it seems now, I'm like, with the amount of support and, like, guarding that like his parents did, like you have to think like, damn, those parents were like ride or die for their son.
Yeah,
I know, like me, like if this was all going out, I would have to turn and look at him and be like, what the fuck? Like,
what the fuck are you doing?
What did you do? Yeah, like, where the fuck is Gabby? Why do you have her car? What the fuck's going on? Like,
I would be asking the hard questions.
You best believe it. And then I wouldn't go fucking camping with him.
No.
Oh, hell no.
I'd be like, you better not walk into my damn house again. Get your shit together and don't involve me.
Correct. Bye. Get out the door, you fucking psychopath killer.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is the newest thing? Like, what is the newest information that you've heard?
The newest information was that they did an autopsy on Gabby Petito's body, and it was confirmed that she was death by strangulation, and that they still can't fucking find Brian.
Okay.
He's still, like, on the loose. We'd have to, like...
On the run.
Maybe we'll, like, get more info on that. I am super excited because... we are currently watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, and we keep up with it and we stay up on it. And I have been waiting for the perfect time to do a full-on Erica Jane / Erica Girardi episode. And now that I have the perfect co-host to have this conversation with, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to piss off a lot of you. You ain't going to like our opinions, but we going to give it to you, baby.
And that's fine. I'm like, it's our opinion. If you don't like it, that's fine. But, you know, we've fully immersed ourselves into the show. We've watched it from day one, rewatched it over and over again, and we're very well educated on the show. I'm just going to say that.
And I mean, we've been watching since season 1.
Yeah, since day one.
We've watched this show nonstop. Like, we got this. And honestly, like, me personally, there is this lawyer on YouTube, Emily Baker. She does like recaps on just like stuff that's going on, but like she gives it more of like a personal touch, so you know what the fuck they're talking about. And so she's been doing a lot of reporting on this Erica Girardi case and the Tom Girardi case and everything. So I've been like listening to that a lot and kind of getting my opinions there, which is kind of hard because like, well, not hard, but it's interesting because, you know, she's got a very different opinion. Not a very different opinion on there. Like, an opinion I agree with, but everyone is so, like, target Erica. She did something wrong. She did something wrong. She did something wrong. Like, I fully 100% believe, like, all the money, whether it come from Tom or Erica, needs to go back.
Right. But we're not trying to disregard the fact that those people are entitled to the money.
They are 100% entitled to every single penny. And whether it be from Tom or Erica, it needs to go back. But what my thing is like, no, I don't think Erica knew what the fuck was going on. Like, you have to think, if she married this man like 20 years ago and she was just this like little old waitress with nothing, and this man with millions comes along, like this big fancy lawyer, and is like, hey, I'm gonna take care of you.
I wouldn't be asking questions. That's all I'm gonna say. As long as my bills were paid, I would not be asking questions. But I do think that we need to save this for the episode.
We can do like a whole
We need to do a whole episode because we will go deep into this right now. So I think we need to save
hours. It'll be like an hour's of topic. Because it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And that's, man, it's so interesting. And then the Britney Spears and the fact that like Jamie Spears just got off of that. Like, there's a lot of like interesting court stuff that's happening. It's not just like these little dramas.
There's a lot of legal things going on at the moment with people that big people that you know.
So it's gonna be really exciting to kind of see what's gonna come out within these like few couple months, and really kind of start seeing, I feel like, a shift within the internet, because especially with this whole Free Britney thing, like, honestly, this is all because of the internet and because of fans and because somebody had shone a light onto this.
Right.
Like,
so people are asking questions. They're like, what's going on?
Like, this is a whole new power that, like, the general public are unlocking and, like, getting themselves into. And we've seen it with, like, Black Lives Matter. We've seen it with this Free Britney thing. We've seen it with a lot of things. And it's really actually kind of cool, like, seeing a whole, like, people come together in, like, this good sense. It was a couple weeks ago now. We were actually, me and one of my friends, we were coming back from the bar, and we were driving down the freeway, and all of a sudden there was this like giant cloud of white smoke just like covering the entire like freeway. And I was like, what the fuck? So I like slowed the fuck down, like pretty much to a halt, and there's just like pieces of cement and like rocks and everything in the street. And I'm like, what the fuck? So we like look to the right, and there's a car completely flipped over, like upside down on the side of the road. So I'm like, oh shit. So we pull over, and there was a car in front of us that pulled over, a car behind us and pulled over. And I mean, I don't know how fucking lucky this is, or like what the fuck happened, but for like a car to flip over, and for like people that are needed, the car in front of us, it's like this small little like white Toyota Corolla. And these four, like, big jack dudes just get out the car and just start fucking, like, Baywatch running.
Full speed.
Like, to this accident. And I'm just like, are we in a fucking movie?
Like, where's the cameras?
That's the perfect scenario. Like, that's the perfect car to pass, like, a situation like this.
To pull over and get out and do something?
To help? Oh, fuck yeah. They were over there so fast. Like, I saw them and I was like, okay, well, I'll call 911 since, like, they have it
handled. They're handling it.
I called 911 and they're like, okay, we got calls. We're good. So I'm like, cool. So then we walk over and go check it out. All those guys had like, it was two girls, gotten the girls out. We're like talking to them, consoling them. We just kind of hung out, make sure like everything was okay until we started seeing like police come. But it was really cool too, because I had like looked at the road and there were like other cars that had stopped. But like the way they stopped and they staggered was kind of like how police like drop cones to like
direct people
out of a lane. That's exactly how these cars were parked. And it was like, I just thought it was really cool. I was like, wow, all these people are coming together to like make this a safe zone and like make sure all these people are safe, and they're like pulling all these precautions, and like nobody's asking anyone to, like no one's expecting anyone to, but all these people are coming together. Like, that's really cool. I was very, like, impressed with that.
I feel like that's where we are, like, building towards as a society, like you were talking about with social media, like, being connected to everyone. It's like, you can do that for someone else. You know what I mean? Like, you should, I don't know, at least I think you should, you know, if you see someone that needs help or whatever, like, if I saw some car flip in front of me on the road, I would stop.
Oh, fuck yeah. And that's also one thing that I don't, you gotta be, like, a very... I don't know what type of person.
You have your own stuff going on and you just don't care about other people. Very narcissistic if you don't stop.
Not that. But what I'm saying, like, if you stop, like, I was sitting there, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, damn, I could pull up my phone and, like, make a viral TikTok right now.
Right.
Like, with this accident. Like, that's something people would obviously look at and then, like, want, like, a story time
the first
after
thing, they were like, I need to record this and post it.
But I was just like, no. Like, I feel like that's super, like, invasive, and, like, these poor people have, like, gone through something serious. Like, now is not the time to be, like, whipping out cameras and, like, videotaping. I did get, like, a little, like, video for, like, my personal Snapchat. But, like, that was
it's not like you're showing the world.
Yeah, I wasn't, like, making this, like, cinematic TikTok to, like, go viral. But I did kind of think, I was like, damn, I could have. Maybe I should have. But I didn't. And I was just like, damn, no. How do people do it? Like, how do people just have, like, no shame?
Mm-hmm.
And just, like,
they're just in the moment. They don't even care.
Everything.
They don't even care if the person's okay. They're just like, I need to record this.
I need to have it full recorded, ready to go. I got to get that clout. Got to get that clout. All right. We're going to take a little break, reassess, and then either end this show when we come back or talk about a few more.
We'll see where it goes.
We're just so spontaneous here. All right. We are back from the break. Thank you so much. We've got just a few things that we want to talk about before we, like, wrap this up. Just kind of a little intro to what you're going to see here on So Spontaneous. But I did want to end it with a topic from Sarah. So, Sarah, please take the floor.
Okay, so during the break, I noticed the shoebox in the corner, and I started thinking about, you know, how there's just so many different, like, you have women's shoe sizes, kids' shoe sizes, toddler shoe sizes. Like, why are they different? Mostly men's and women's. Like, I could buy men's shoes in, like, a 6, but they're really a women's 8. You know what I mean? It's just so, like, why is it not one size? It should just be one continuous spectrum, and it should fit both. You know what I mean?
No, I agree, because I always, like, I feel like that makes it confusing, especially to, like, not when, like, you're so much buying shoes, but, like, let's say you go bowling or you go fucking, like, roller skating, and they're like, what size? And then they just, it's not like they have, like, men roller skates and women roller skates at places like that. They just have roller skates. So then you're like, duh.
It's just confusing. It makes it
well,
too confusing.
Most people know, but, like, well, I don't know what size I wear in women. What size do you wear in men?
In a men's, I'm a 6. 6.5.
See, I think that's also interesting, is that, like, I feel like most of the time you can ask women what size they wear in men, and they know. But, like, you can't ask a single man what size shoe he wears in women, and he's going to be like, what the fuck?
What size shoe do you wear in men's?
I wear a 9.
So you'd be a 10.5, 11 in women's.
Oh, see, I had no idea.
You add, it's roughly like a 1 size up, 1.5.
Well, so here's this, like, okay, so my feet are probably the size 8, but I'm also a pretty tall person. I'm not, like, crazy tall, but I feel like my feet aren't proportioned with the rest of my body. I feel like my feet are very small, and so I wear size 9 so that my feet look normal, but I can, like, honestly fit my foot into, like, a size 8.
So you're upsizing your shoes to fit.
To make it look normal. Like, if I wear a size 8, like, my foot fills out the whole shoe, and then my feet look small and weird. So I wear a size 9 so that my feet look normal and proportioned. And, I mean, the size 9 fits well. Like, they fit nicely, but,
you
like...
just got some extra room in there. It's roomier.
So, like, you know, at the end of the laces, it's probably, like, an inch higher than the laces. Is where my big toe ends.
You're supposed to... your shoes, like, I don't know. I have this vivid memory of my...
I have, like, a good, like, 2 inches.
That's too much. It's supposed to be, like, an inch. Because I remember when my mom would go to the store, and you would just, like... They would push down on the shoe to see where your toe was. Did your mom do that too?
Yeah. They used to do that. Yeah, she used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would always, like, our toe would always be at the top of the shoe, you know what I'm saying? My toe is not at the top of the shoe.
I don't know. I have wide feet. So if they have, like, a wide shoe, I'll buy the wide shoe. You know what I mean?
You got fat feet?
No, they're just wide. I don't know what the fuck you want me to
Just
say. I
wide.
got fat feet. Yeah, I do have fat feet.
Well, do you have to like specifically search out the wide section of...
No, I'll buy
Shoes?
regular shoes. Like I'm wearing Converse today. Converse are the thinnest shoes I've ever seen. Like the skinniest shoe, they like pinch your foot.
They really do. No lie. I agree.
But I'm wearing them today. But if there's an option for wide, I'll definitely look to see if they have my size. Because it's just it's like more comfortable.
Yeah, it gives you that extra room for your piggies to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
respect
gotta
that.
put your foot in there and do the like toe spread situation to see what the vibe is.
Would you ever wear the like...
The toe shoes.
Yeah.
I would fuck up a pair of those toe shoes, like going hiking or something.
They look so weird. Like, looking at them makes me uncomfortable. But I
Okay.
also want to put my piggies in them.
How about the like foot pads? Have you seen those? Like they're not toe
Oh, they're not shoes. They
but
just
you
go like...
stick it.
Yeah.
It's like a tread that goes on the bottom of your foot so you can just like walk around barefoot.
That shit looks weird as fuck, and it looks like it wouldn't be protective at all. But please sign me the fuck up to try it. I would
We'll
try
look
it.
into it. I'll see.
How
and
much
we'll
are
buy
they?
'em. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah, do it. It'll be like a segment.
Yeah, trying on these foot pads. What are they called?
Foot pads. Pads for your feet. I don't know. We'll look into it.
We'll look into it.
All right, guys, but this is it. This is the new show. We will see you next Thursday. This is going to be posted on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, it won't be long until you see us next because this is just coming out randomly because it's spontaneous. But that's it. We'll see you on Thursday. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.